Whenever you are planning to buy a four wheeler, there is always a dilemma whether to buy a petrol vehicle or a diesel vehicle. Now, data we all have in front of us and available with us, but we are not able to interpret that data in the right way. And people who end up buying a diesel vehicle, they don't realize that it may not be in their favor. Now, the two facts which tilt the decision of the people in buying a diesel vehicle is the low price of diesel in India and the better mileage which a diesel vehicle gives. But they overlook the factor that the amount of extra cost which they pay in India for buying a diesel vehicle may not be in their favor. Now, this data which I am talking about, I'll present this data in front of the viewers that this data, as per me, doesn't favor buying a diesel vehicle for certain people. And they can always use this analysis to decide whether to buy a diesel vehicle or a petrol vehicle. I have a small data collected and in mathematics done along with that data, which will help you in understanding what I am trying to say. Here, what I have done is I have taken two vehicles of two companies, and both the vehicles are of the same model. One is in petrol and one is in diesel of two companies. Now, there are three major vehicle manufacturers in India, or the three companies in India whose vehicle are being sold the most. The first is the Maruti. Now, Maruti has stopped production of the diesel vehicles. And the second is Hyundai, and the third one is Tata's. So, I have taken one Tata vehicle and one Hyundai vehicle. Now, these two vehicles which you see on screen, I'll point out with the pointer of this computer. This is a vehicle which is of Tata Altroz. This is a diesel one, XE, and in comparison is Tata Altroz XE but in petrol version. Now both vehicles are of the same model and of the same company. The on-road cost of Tata Altroz diesel is 8 lakh 263, and the on-road cost of the petrol of the same model of Altroz is 6 lakh 39,380. Now, mileage of this diesel vehicle is 25.11 kilometer per liter, and the mileage of petrol vehicle is 19.05 kilometer per liter. Now, this cost of the vehicles I have taken from cardeco.com, which is as on 17 July 21. And what I have done based on these two data which I have collected from the cardeco.com, I worked out certain data with respect to these two vehicles. Now what I have done the cost per kilometer, and this cost of the diesel and cost of the petrol which I have taken it as on 4th of July 21. Now what I have done, I have taken the cost of the diesel which is the average of 4 metro cities. I have added the diesel cost in the 4 metro cities and taken the average cost of the diesel, which is rupees 93.13. Same way I have taken the petrol cost average of 4 metro cities, which is 101.27 per liter. Now, when you divide the kilometer per liter given by this diesel vehicle with the cost of the diesel, this is the cost per kilometer of diesel. For the diesel vehicle, that is a Tata Altroz, the cost per kilometer is 3.73 rupees per kilometer, and the cost vis-a-vis same of the petrol vehicle is 5.31 rupees per kilometer, as you see in this second column of the second car. So, the cost per kilometer of both the vehicles, diesel as well as petrol, has been worked out. Now the difference of the cost of the diesel vehicle and the cost of the petrol vehicle is 1,60,883, which is given in the fourth column where the cost benefit analysis is given. Now, what is the saving per kilometer when you drive a diesel vehicle vis-a-vis a petrol vehicle? So you subtract the cost per kilometer of the petrol vehicle with the cost per kilometer of the diesel vehicle, which is 3.73. This is what I have done. 5.31 minus 3.37. So it comes out rupees 1.58 per kilometer is the saving when you drive a diesel vehicle. So when you drive a diesel vehicle of Altroz XE model, you save 1.58 rupees per kilometer, and vis-a-vis the petrol vehicle of Altroz in the same model. Now what happens, you have paid this extra cost of a diesel vehicle of 1,60,883. Now what I have done is here, now you are saving rupees 1.58 per kilometer when you buy a diesel vehicle, but you are incurring a extra cost of 1,60,883. So that means you have to recover this cost first, that is 1,60,883, before you can derive this benefit of rupees 1.58 per kilometer, which you are going to derive when driving a diesel vehicle. So how many kilometers you have to drive to recover this cost of extra cost of 1,60,883 when you buy a diesel vehicle vis-a-vis a petrol vehicle. So this is what I have done here. I have divided this 1,60,000. So I have written here number of kilometers the diesel vehicle required to be driven to recover the cost in difference vis-a-vis a petrol vehicle. So you divide 1,60,883 with rupees 1.58, which you gain by driving a diesel vehicle. So you will have to drive a diesel vehicle 1,01,825 kilometers to recover this extra cost of 1,60,883 which you have incurred by buying a diesel vehicle. So how many years will you take to drive this 1,01,825? I can tell you, I am a very extensive driver, not very extensive driver, still I drive a lot. I have taken with my vehicle almost 10 to 11 years to cover 1 lakh kilometers. So it means if you buy a diesel vehicle, to recover that extra cost which you spend in buying a diesel vehicle with the extra saving you have because of the diesel being lesser and because of the kilometers you get in a diesel vehicle, you have to drive 1,01,825, which will take you minimum 10 years. By that time your vehicle will become old. And you see the other aspect. Now to drive this 1,01,825 kilometers to break even the extra cost which you have incurred of 1,60,883, you will have to spend 3,77,656.8 rupees in this kilometers which you have to cover to recover your extra cost of 1,60,883. This is what I have done here. Now this 1,01,825 when you divide by 25.11, which is the kilometers per liter of diesel vehicle, you have to drive 1,01,825 extra kilometers. So you have to spend 4,055.15 liter of diesel, which at the current cost 93.13, you will have to spend rupees 3,77,656.8 to recover and break even with the extra cost which you have incurred by buying a diesel vehicle. Now same study I have done with another vehicle which is of Hyundai. Now this is Hyundai's Verna S diesel and this is Hyundai Verna S petrol. Same thing I have done here. The on-road cost of this vehicle, diesel vehicle, is 10,76,317, and vis-a-vis the petrol Hyundai same model is 8,63,729 rupees. The difference in cost is almost of 2 lakhs, which is there in the fourth column, is of 2,12,558. Same way I have worked out the cost per kilometer when you drive the diesel vehicle, and same I have worked out here when you drive a petrol version of the same vehicle. The difference in cost is, that is, in a diesel vehicle you will be saving 1 rupees 85 pice per kilometer. So now with the extra cost which you have paid of 2,12,588, when you divide it by this saving of 1.85, you have to drive this vehicle 1,14,000, which is given here at the bottom right corner, 912 kilometers to break even and derive the benefit of this 1.85 rupees per kilometer which you save when you drive a diesel vehicle. Now to drive this 1,14,912 kilometers, which will take minimum 10 years if you are driving like me, you will have to spend 4,51,550 rupees in covering this extra kilometers which you have to cover to break even this difference of 2,12,588. So you can imagine you have to spend 10 lakhs here, and then this extra 4,51,000, which makes it almost 15.5 lakhs, and then thereafter you will derive the benefit of this extra kilometers which the diesel vehicle gives and the lesser cost of diesel which is there in India. So it is for you to decide whether this 15 lakhs spending and this 8 lakhs spending, what is the difference between the two. It's better to spend this 8 lakhs and buy a petrol vehicle rather than spending this extra of 2,12,588 and then derive benefit only after 10 years. It is foolishness. I think it is not wise to do that. So the other way to see this is key to spend this 4,51,550. How much do you spend in a petrol in a month? 3,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees? I don't think that much you spend. Even if you spend 5,000 rupees every month, that makes it how many months to recover this 1,14 and 912 kilometers, or this recover this 2,12,588? It'll take you months. It will not be feasible. So my suggestion to people is, if you're buying a diesel vehicle in the category like XUV 500 or Innova, then it is okay that you buy a diesel vehicle, because in that category there is no petrol vehicle, because you want to buy that category of vehicle. Or if you are buying Mahindras, that Thar, Jeep and all, which come only in diesel. But if you are buying a vehicle in which, in the same category, in the same company and in the same model, there's a petrol vehicle, I think you need to do the cost benefit analysis, which I just now discussed. And after doing that, you'll arrive at the fact that it is better to buy a petrol vehicle if you are not driving that much. A diesel vehicle is okay if somebody who is driving every month, minimum I feel, is 3,000 kilometers in a month. When you drive 3,000 kilometers in a month, you will be able to recover that cost which you pay in a diesel vehicle of that 2 lakhs or 1.5 lakhs within 2, 3, 4 years. And then you will reap the benefit of the extra mileage of a diesel vehicle, or the cost of diesel being less. Otherwise, a diesel vehicle is good for taxis, drivers, those who run the taxi, because they are able to run the taxi within 1 year, 1 lakh kilometers or more than that, or within 2 years or 1.5 years, they are able to cover that 1 lakh kilometer extra. And then they derive the benefit of the extra mileage and the the cost of diesel being less. Otherwise, for normal people, I don't think it is wise to spend that extra 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs in a diesel vehicle. Is foolishness, because you don't realize it that extra mileage and that diesel being less, to recover that you take at minimum 10 to 12 years, and by that time the vehicle is already old. So I hope this video will be beneficial for you to decide what vehicle to buy in future, or if you are planning to buy. And as I say, my channel is let's wake up and see how things are. We all have data, but we fail to interpret that data in the right way. Thank you.